These are new pictures just into us this morning of the moment yesterday a 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck Japan's northeast coast. At least 4 people died, at least 150 were injured. This earthquake, 7.4, so powerful they could feel it in Tokyo, which is about 275 kilometers away. Let's bring you the latest on that. The epicenter was near Fukushima. And Fukushima, of course, you remember, an even stronger quake and tsunami caused a complete nuclear disaster just over 11 years ago. Japanese authorities are rushing to restore infrastructure and to confirm the safety of nearby nuclear plants. Phoebe Amoroso is with us. She's live in Tokyo this morning with the very latest. I'm wondering, Phoebe, what's the latest word on damage that 7.4 quake has caused?
Damage has been quite extensive. As you said, the shaking was felt really quite widely across Japan, including here in Tokyo. And it initially left 2 million homes without power. But even this morning and during the day, there were still tens of thousands of homes up in the north that did not have power restored. And many also had their water supply cut. So there are reports today of convenience stores that just weren't able to open up across widespread areas due to power outages, but also a lack of supplies because the transportation network really has been badly damaged. Several expressways, about 6, had to shut down. There are large cracks in the roads. But perhaps the most dramatic images come from the bullet train. The bullet train that runs up to Tohoku is a major artery connecting the north of the country. And during the earthquake, one of these trains derailed, 16 carriages out of a 17-carriage train. Unfortunately, no one was hurt, but operators currently say that they don't know when they're going to be able to run this service again. So airlines are currently running extra flights to airports in the north to try and help people that are stranded. There are also concerns over the safety of the Fukushima nuclear power plant. There were reports that cooling pumps had temporarily stopped. Now, authorities say that these are back online, and there have been no abnormalities recorded when it comes to radiation levels, but inspections are ongoing. And the government is warning that after an earthquake like this, there is a risk of further earthquakes or aftershocks. So it's asking people in the hard-hit area to be extra vigilant and stay away from damaged buildings and roads at this time, as there is a high risk.
Phoebe, I was mentioning the 11th anniversary of the Fukushima earthquake and tsunami was literally just days ago. So when the ground started shaking again, I mean, people must have been fearful history was repeating itself.
Absolutely. This comes at a really poignant time, and we did hear many voices thinking back to just 11 years ago. At that time, around 18,000 people died. It became the worst natural disaster in the country's post-war history. And even though it was 11 years ago, reconstruction is still continuing. There are about 36,000 people who remain displaced, but surveys show that many of these people don't really want to go back to the area, that they're unlikely to move back. There was a town called Futaba in January. It was one of the last to lift the no-go zones, but only 3 residents moved back. And there are also concerns as to what this will mean for Japan's energy policy. Japan is planning to move towards decarbonization, but relying very much on nuclear energy. And this earthquake is really likely to reignite a lot of anti-nuclear sentiment among the public.
Phoebe, thank you very much. Good to see you this morning. Phoebe Amoroso, who's live in Tokyo.